Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you guys didn't see the other, it's probably a while ago now, I'm in a TBR jar for next year. I was gonna do at the end of the year, kind of go through all the books on my bookshelf I read and kind of recap what I've read this past year, but we're gonna do it now. At the end of the year, I will do a mixture of a haul slash what books I've read since now. So I took down all the books I currently have. Hopefully I will also have a TBR cart. If not, we will be sitting here. So I also want to film this so I can see how this works because I am squished. So I got all the books I've read that are on my bookshelf right here. This is over, I don't know how long. This is just all the books I currently have that I've read. I know I have at least 2 new books coming in. I ordered one, and then my mom will give me one when she's done using it for her, for teaching. So, excited for that. But we're gonna go through these. My bookshelf looks quite empty, especially this one. You guys can't see it. So yeah, I probably will rearrange things because I do want to rearrange a couple things, especially this top shelf, but I need to also clean it. It's dusty as fuck. Okay, anyways, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with the book I'm currently reading. According to Goodreads, I think I'm 58. Let's pull up Goodreads. Yeah, I'm 58% through this book. I'm hoping to finish it by the end of August. And that is Girl in Pieces. I'm really enjoying this book. There are a couple parts where it takes me a second to register what is happening because it does kind of go back through memories and stuff and the past a couple times. So it just takes me a bit to realize this, but I've been loving this book so far. Definitely gonna finish it soon and I'm excited for that. Okay. Next to all the books I've read. This next one is going to go back on my will go on my TBR/TBR cart. Hopefully I can get one by the end of the year. But it's just, I want to reread it. It will be a simple book. I don't normally reread books, but it is Feel Your Way Through by Kelsey Ballerini. It's her poetry book. I got this. I read it. I loved it. So I'm going to add this to my TBR. Just as a simple morning buffer book. So yeah. Next up is Looking for Alaska. I got this, I think, in maybe the San Diego airport. I know it was an airport, I'm not gonna lie. I watched the show probably a couple years ago. So I definitely did not remember a couple things that did happen. To my knowledge, the book is slightly different than the show. I know it has the show on front, but if I'm remembering the show correctly and this book, it's slightly different. But I liked it. Would I reread it? I don't know. I think I did cry at this book. I know I definitely cried at the show. So yeah, it's good. Not a top favorite, but I did enjoy it. Next is In 5 Years. This book is a weird time jump, and I know I've been watching a lot of BookTube, and I've been getting a lot of people saying I love the 7-year slip. And that is on my to get list, but because I'm guessing it's something like this. Basically someone lives a moment in the future in 5 years, and then you go through the 5 years of that. I mean, I liked it. It was interesting, and it was definitely not what I was expecting, in the sense of there was so much oh my god, that happened. At the end of the day, it's not what I was expecting. So I liked it. Not my favorite, in the sense of I don't know. I've noticed I don't really, novels, it take me a bit more to get into, but it was slightly a mystery, so I guess I did like it. Next book is probably the only book I would ever reread because of the sense that I read it years and years ago. I read like the first half, and I don't remember anything in the first half. And then like the second half / ending I read, and that's what got me back into reading constantly. So also don't ignore the fact that this book is completely destroyed. I kind of want to get another copy because it's completely destroyed, and I loved this book. Honestly, I think about this book all the time. So I think I need to reread it because I don't remember a lot of the beginning. I do remember the end. And it is Girls Like Us. So yeah, I truly enjoy this book. If I ever reread a book, this will be it. I don't remember what case it is, but there is a case in real life that reminds me of this book, and I think that's why I think about it a lot. I don't remember what case it is. Long Island, I think it is. The Long Island Killer. I think that's what it is. I think it's the Long Island Killer. But I love this book. I mean, like I said, if I ever reread a book, it would be this one. I remember kind of the ending, bits and pieces of it. I think I might remember who done it, but not 100%. So this might actually go back on my TBR because I want to reread it so badly, and I think about it like at least once a week. So yeah, I love that book. Next up is kind of, you guys can honestly, after this, you guys should recommend me books based on what books I like. This next one, I liked it. I feel like the ending was a little weird. I didn't like the ending too much, but I still liked it. And it is The Last Witness. It was an okay book. I mean, I liked it, but looking back at it, I don't know. The ending rubbed me a very weird way. I don't know. Like, when I was reading it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But like, looking back and like looking at the book as a whole and not just what I was reading that day, it's like, was that the best ending? No. But it was a good book and a lot of interesting things going on and stuff. So there's that. This book, yes, these next two books I could not put down. They're by the same author. Could not put either of these books down. Did not see anything coming in either of these books. So the first one is They'll Never Catch Us, which, oh my god, I loved. I read this year. I could not put this shit down. I loved it. And yeah, this is dual POV. Love dual POV. Dude, I never saw anything in this coming. There are so many plot twists and so many things like that I'm just like, holy shit, what the fuck. So yeah, I'm excited. I need to go through and see if there are more books by her because I love her. The next book is They Wish They Were Us. This was actually the first one I read. They'll Never Catch Us after I read this. I truly could not put this down. I did not see this coming. I literally was thinking about this book the other night. I was falling asleep. I'm like, what is that from? I was thinking of like the beginning of it. I'm like, what is that from? Like, oh, it's from a book. But I had an image so clearly in my head from me reading it. I'm like, no, that's a show. No, it's from this book. I love it. It's very it's like a prep school. What was it? I was trying to think of maybe Gossip Girl in the sense of like the top kids at the school. I was thinking something, but I can't remember. But love that book. Also, guys, I really suck at doing these, but we're just kind of going through what books I've read. I'm not doing reviews. If you guys want reviews on a specific book, let me know. We're liars. Did not see anything coming. This is another author that I want to see what other books they have and maybe pick some up, because I love the writing. I loved everything that happened in this book. Plot twist. In the beginning of this book, there's a map, which made my life so much easier. But the part that made my life 10 times easier was there was a freaking family tree. Because there were several times where I'm like, who, how, what, relations? Especially at the beginning. So that helped me a lot. Did not see the ending coming. So yeah, I like that. I enjoyed it. I had very many theories in my head of what happened, but none of them were right. And then following that, I read Family of Lies, which is the prequel of We Were Liars, but it does have a couple spoilers for We Were Liars, so yeah. I do want to mention about both of these books. One thing I love is I am not a chapter girl. I do not read books by the chapter. I read by pages. I finish a page, and if I'm done reading, I'm done reading. I don't care if it's the middle of the chapter. And so this book have chapters like this, both of these books. And I was telling my dad, because he's one of the people that make fun of me for not reading whole chapters and just reading whole pages, and I'm like, look, this book was meant for me. This one has a recipe in the back, which I might make at some point, but this one wasn't. It was a little bit more predictable, the ending, but it didn't change anything. It was still good, and I still enjoyed it. I think I do enjoy the first one better, but it was definitely worth the read. Next up is One of Us is Lying. I have One of Us is Next on my bookshelf that I have not read. I read this a couple years ago. I don't remember the ending of this book. I'm not gonna lie. I remember a lot of the book, but I don't remember. Actually, maybe I do. I can't tell you. I can't tell you if I know who done it or not done it, because I don't want to spoil things just in case I am right or if I'm wrong. But I think the who done it is none of them, but it's the. That's all I'm gonna say. But I enjoyed it. I'm excited for the second book. I think there's a third one too, or at least a third book from the same author. So yeah, I think this one is also like multiple. Yeah, it's 4 POVs, I think. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I got a little confused with the characters, so I kind of just blended them all slightly together. So yeah, there's that one. I read, loved it. I think I cried. Not at the end, because I was in a car when I finished it with my sisters. And it is 5 feet apart. I did watch the movie before I read this, but like Looking for Alaska, I hadn't actually seen the movie in a bit, so I kind of forgot some things. I was like, ooh, forgot that happened. But it still was an amazing book, and I still loved it. And I love the cover and everything about this book. So, and last up is my lovely, lovely collection up here. But that is the Nancy Drew series. I still have a shit ton more to read, and those will forever be on my TBR. But number 1, The Secret of the Old Clock. This one was good. I mean, it was the first book. I read it a while ago. It did its job. I think probably maybe my favorite, only because I think of one specific episode from the Nancy Drew CW show, is The Hidden Staircase. Just because I think of that specific episode of, I think it's from season 1 of Nancy Drew on the CW. I think that's the only reason why I like this book the most. So next up is The Bungalow Mystery, number 3. Yeah, That's all I gotta say. A lot of these I don't have a lot to say. The Mystery at the Lilac Inn. This one was somewhat good. One actually is one of my favorites. This one and number 2, The Secret of Shadow Ranch. I actually really liked this one as well. Also, I'm just going off of memory. I'm not going very far deep into any of this. Number 6 is The Secret of Redgate Farm. Yeah. And then at this point, this is where I don't have the full series. I don't have number 7, but I have number 8, and this is Nancy's Mysterious Letter. This one was okay. I mean, I enjoyed it, but like I said, the farther I get into the series, the more and more I'm not enjoying them. And I don't know if it's because I'm not watching the Nancy Drew show that makes me want to read these, or they're just getting repetitive or not. I'm gonna finish it. I'm determined to finish all these books. And then after 8, we skip all the way to 15. We got The Haunted Bridge. This one was like a little weird to me, I'm not gonna lie. Why don't we do 16? This is The Clue of the Tapping Heels. This one was weird. Like, I don't understand, like, what? That's all I gotta say for this one. And then this one is the book I read before Girl in Pieces. This one was good, except I think it could have ended a lot sooner, because I feel like the last several pages, last like probably 80 to 50 pages, were just a drag. It was good, and then it got draggy. And so it says The Mystery of the Brass... What? The Mystery of the Brass Bound Trunk. So there's that. The next couple books that are on my TBR for this year, because as of now I have just a list, and next year we'll do the TBR jar. So Girl in Pieces, I'll finish that. Where the Crawdads Sing, Nancy Drew 18, 7 Dirty Secrets, Alice in Zombieland, and Nancy Drew 19 are just, I have the rest of my TBR on there, but yeah, hopefully I will also have a TBR by the TBR cart by the end of the year. And I think I'm gonna rearrange at least this top bookshelf. This one I think is fine for now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm like just ahead, but it's a very weird spot right now, and I'll film a video of all the books on my current TBR, because I also want to do that, which will also change by the end of the year. So yeah, and I gotta put all these books back. What time is it? I gotta put all these books back and go to work, so I can get money, so I can spend more money on books and a TBR cart, as one does. For the TBR jar, I'm gonna try to get at least one Nancy Drew book per month. At least. I literally have a prompt that just says Nancy Drew on it. I'm hoping the TBR cart, like the whole bottom shelf, will just be Nancy Drew. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to get a cart, because I don't think I can do TBR videos like this. I'm dying. I'm squished. Anyways, time to go to work. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.